if there aren't enough highly sought men to go around, what's really the woman's motivation to be this fit, friendly chick that you want to be? Because she's like, shoot, I had to sell up for this dude. Like, why not just fall off? I mean, shoot, he chubby, I'm gonna be chubby too. You know what I'm saying? He ain't lazy, I'm gonna be lazy. I mean, what would be the motivation? I know you should want self-love and you should want to look good for yourself. Absolutely. But it does help to have a partner who is about his business. And if we're saying that we don't have enough of those, then why does she have to be on point if he ain't on point?
That's your life. Like you,
yeah, well, men are visual too. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, though, you still want to make sure that you still are.
It's not his life, so he can be sloppy. Do men get away with being sloppy and they live a long life being sloppy? We got a question.
And I think the access levels up. Like, you may not have the highest value man, but at least if you're at your peak, you'll get better than what you would not, have gotten. So at some point, it's just like, do you settle for the 43,000 man because you want to eat the 4 for $4 at Wendy's all day, every day? Or do you have the
Waffle House,
80,000, because you like to eat at Salada most of the time?
This is a legit question, not for me, but I do see a lot of people fall off because let me just tell you this. When I see people who got their shit together, they be in fit. This chick be like trying to, because she knows she got to keep that man. You know what I'm saying? But when you ain't got to keep her, you know what I'm saying? You feel like you ain't got to do all that. You may fall off a little bit. Y'all ain't never seen it.
Well, based on what Trill was saying earlier, I don't think the standards for men have to be the same, especially if they got money.
Well, we're not talking about money. It's the whole question. The question is if he doesn't have money.
So if he doesn't have money and she settled for him, that she shouldn't have to keep up her appearance?
No, I know she does, because it should be about herself. Absolutely. But let's just face it. Just like they say, when they go out in the public, a lot of Black women are not doing that. They fall off. Do they not? Now, there are a lot of fit Black women. Don't get me wrong. But there are women. I can understand where Rashawn was going in the beginning. Saying
Lauren is fit as hell.
Huh?
Lauren?
So yeah, Lauren is one of those. She is fit as hell.
Oh, absolutely. But I've seen it where it's, the married woman ain't fit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? She gets married. You're not, please take yourself in this question. She's like comfortable. And you be like, oh, what happened to her? What happened?
I mean, if that's how they rock, that's how they rock.
If her husband is okay with that.
If she's okay with that and he's okay with that, then who am I to be like, it's a problem? Obviously.
Right. But what I'm saying is, if your answer is what Lauren's answer was, you should want to do it for yourself because of your health. He should want to do it for himself because it's not his health too. You can't say she has to be healthy, but he doesn't.
I mean, I think this is also one of those double standards, right? Like, I feel like men, because men are visual, we're less visual. We could deal with a person who's not like 100% fit. They could have a daddy belly. They could be a little bit sloppy. But men, they're more physical. They want to see something more in shape. And I get what you're saying. You're saying they shouldn't have a right if they're sloppy, right?
No, I'm saying if he's not doing his part, which is to provide security, all of those things that we said women want, he should not be mad if she's not doing. I mean, you understand? Like I just feel like,
if he has to be out there working, being, also providing. This is 50-50. I definitely understand your standpoint where it's like, this. I mean, she's going to do her as well. Cause it's like, I don't have the time to I don't have the luxury and the time of just sitting around and just keeping myself pretty for you. I also have to be an equal contributor of the household. So I think it's a different playing field when you have a woman that has that luxury to where she can just do that versus another woman that actually has to go out and fend for her family as well. So in that scenario, I think they have both earned the right to 4 for 4.
I have just like, why would you want a person who's not even doing what they're supposed, like
That's what I was about to
providing,
ask.
like providing or
But-
protecting you. Like, why would
Okay.
you even settle for?
Earlier today, we talked about you saying that you did not want to, there weren't enough eligible men to date, right? In the 20s. Am I right? Is that what we talked about when we first got on here? The eligible men, you were not going to settle for anything but a great mate for you and your children.
Mhm.
Is that correct? So, with that being said, if you're saying that there are not enough, and we just said that the average was 43,000, at some point something's got to give. Is either that income is going to have to go up for us to be married, or we're going to have to accept the 43,000 as being the average income. So we can't sit here and say, "Oh, well, why are you accepting it?" If we're because there are not enough high value men to go around. They're just not.
But
Well,
you
when I say
can
high value,
learn.
figure.
You can learn. Similar to Trill's point earlier, you can learn. You can learn how to work out. You can learn if the woman is fit and the guy isn't, she can teach him and help him. You know, it may be just a disconnect there. Maybe he doesn't want to. That's one thing. But if he doesn't know how to, go ahead.
That's not important to the female. I don't care about I was just bringing that out, just saying, oh, he's fat and he's not doing the providing. I'm just making it a bad guy. Okay. I just went to the extreme of things. So for a woman, yes, the looks are not, but we're talking about the provision part, the part that does matter to women. The part that
her health is a part of you being a provider, you being a protector. If you're not healthy, you can't protect anybody. Okay. So that's important, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you won't have longevity. You won't be around to protect and provide if your health isn't up to par.
And it's not, and it's also like, it's not like she's out here making $60,000, $70,000 dating the $43,000 man. She also doesn't have access to anything more than that either. So, you know, that plays a part too. It's yeah.
And if he's black, I know this sounds bad, but he's gonna die earlier anyway.
What the fuck? Damn.
I'm not joking, but I was joking. But for real,
no, you was not joking. You was dead ass serious.
I mean, that is an unfortunate.
So you know what? Y'all might as well go ahead and marry them older men.
Yeah, but
marry them older men.
But you know what? But okay, go ahead, Trill. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say real rap though. I mean, I definitely agree with the like staying in shape for yourself, but also, man, like when you're in a marriage with somebody, and I say this all the time, you owe it to that person to show up to the relationship your best self every day. Like there is no excuse for you to get out of shape. There is no excuse as a man for you to no longer one day be able to provide. There is no excuse. Now we all fall. Don't get me wrong. You know, I hustlers is ups and it's downs. But for you to be down and be comfortable being down or be complacent being down just because I got this person, that is egregious to me. You know what I'm saying? No, we owe it to each other, and that me included. If I get to falling off, I owe it to my wife to get my ass in the gym and present my best self to her. Money-wise, the same way. And she owes it to me as well. We took vows. We took an oath to each other to show up as our best self. Now we're going to fall sometimes. We're going to fail sometimes. But to just stay down and be comfortable, there is no excuse in that. And if somebody's choosing to do that, walk. That's my take on it. If they don't want to, again, it's all about will. And you know, Lauren spoke to that earlier. It's about want to. It's about like understanding like what your obligations in this shit is. Like when you sign up for a marriage, we ain't boyfriend and girlfriend. We ain't just dating and having sex and no, we are married. We are a union. We are one. Right. So we both need to be, you know what I mean, like trying to push this thing forward and trying to build this thing. And part of that is staying in shape and staying desirable to your partner. You owe it to them. So I just want to say that.
I agree. I know it is a situation that I'm familiar with where this couple, they were married and the husband got really sick and then the wife had to take care of him. But the problem with that is it didn't have to get that bad. It was just a matter of him not doing what he was supposed to do. And so that sparked a conversation with my husband and I, where we were just saying, we don't want to put each other in that position. It's unfair. Like if I'm that unhealthy that he has to spend the rest of his time taking care of me, especially with the situation that could have been avoided. So, yeah, I definitely agree.